Thank you so much, Honorable. This is a community that played that song to you during the governorship when you were a governor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Our mothers, brothers, sisters, thank you so much. Senior Advisor, Engineer Honorable Paul Minyang, Minister of Trade, Atong Paul Minyang, community leaders, community elders, the incoming chairman of Pathuit community, or Pathuit Youth Association, the outgoing, the invited guests. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I'm very delighted to be here with you today. This is my first time attending this event, and from the very beginning up to now, I'm still very impressed. It was said earlier by somebody that the organization was not done well, but to me, I feel that it was done very well. And so I give those who participated in making this happen congratulations and a big round of applause. First of all, a lot has been said by people who have spoken before, but I just have very few that I want to add. And it's to my brothers and sisters who are the youth. The future of this country is in our hands. And I'm very happy to say this thing while Engineer Paul Minyang is sitting here with us. Today you are celebrating the leadership of the Youth Association of Pathuit. If you look at it, this leadership can also transcend and grow to go national. The way Engineer Paul Minyang started. When he started, he went to school And he started his leadership probably in Patui, and it goes to the entire board, it goes to the entire jungle, and it went to the entire South Sudan. There's many young people who have heard of senior advisor Kwame Young, while they don't even know who he looked like. But they heard his name, they heard his sacrifice, they heard his contribution. And he comes from your community. Why can't you take this close example that we, the rest of South Sudanese, can also hear you the same way we hear about Engineer Kwame Young? It's very simple. He's here right next to you. You can just say, I'm going to follow that footsteps. And by doing that is that you have to take South Sudan, all of it, not just Patui, not just Greater Bor, not just Jonglei, the entire South Sudan. You should take it at your hands, that this is the country you love, and this is the country you want to put your contribution to it. This is where now the rest of South Sudan will draw example from you. And to my brother, the incoming chair of the Youth Association, this is a very hard work, and this is the test to your dignity. This is the test to your aspiration. This is where now your community will know your true color. People, your colleagues, your friends now will know who you really are when you're upset. They will know who you really are when you're very happy. They will know who you are when you think about everyone else. This is a very hard work. And trust me, I have seen it myself. There are some times where you feel like you don't even want to be in the leadership, because there are things you want to say, but you cannot say them because you're in the leadership. That's very hard work. But from the few words that I heard from you, I'm confident that you will achieve it. And I heard a little bit earlier, I mean, my Dinka is not very good. I'm just beginning to learn. You said earlier that you will also go to Biden, you will go to Greater Bor, you will go to entire Jamaica. That's a very good start. You know, there is something that we always don't talk about it so much in Jonglei State. Somehow we don't talk about our unity as people of Jonglei. I know we're from a different tribe, from this belief and that, but you know what? Our unity is what the entire South Sudan wants. And that's what entire South Sudan depends on. Because when there is disunity, when there is conflict in Jonglei, guess where it goes? It goes all over South Sudan. But when there is unity and peace in Jonglei, even if there is a problem somewhere, it doesn't grow. It doesn't grow somewhere. So you can see that we have a very special place in South Sudan. And that can be championed by us, the youth from Jonglei State. It should start in Patui, and start in other communities in Jonglei State. So to my brother, I would encourage you to reach out to your colleagues all over the communities of Jonglei State, so that you all can be in the same understanding, in the same unity, that you can depend on each other. Because if you make Patui great in Jonglei alone, then you still have problems all over. It was said earlier by Honorable Atangwal. 2 days ago, day before yesterday, I was in Bor to graduate the wildlife service that I've been doing under training for human rights. And when we were there, you know, you can see our people having conflict among themselves. Today, you cannot travel, at this hour, you cannot travel between Ayual and Hor. It's impossible. You cannot travel from Lankin going to Pading, Nirol itself. You cannot travel in between. So if you look at that, it will not end there. If we don't take action, if nothing is done, it will not end there. It will come all the way to Bor. It will go to other counties of Jonglei State. Then tomorrow you will have only Patui Youth Association, only in Juba. And that will not be enough. We need to start our unity from home. And then we bring it to the national. So I encourage you to also reach out to your colleagues, to our senior government officials who are here in Juba. Let's make sure that unity will not come by itself. Working together will not come by itself. It needs us to let go our ego. It needs us to let go our conflict among each other. You know the person that you don't like so much, and that you keep in your heart all the time and you call your enemy. But peace and sorrow will not come until you forgive that person. It will never come. Because as long as you have your enemies, I do have my enemies and everybody else. And so whatever we do as South Sudanese, as people of Jonglei, will never come together. And I'm not making this up. I think this is why we're still in this position we're in. As we sit here today, this conflict that South Sudan has been going through because of lack of peace, can anybody say that he or she have achieved anything better from it? Nothing. All of us is just draining us, is draining our brain, is draining our thinking, is draining our patriotism for our country. We're just dripping apart. And yet, you know that we don't have any other country that we can call our country. This is it. This is the only country we have on earth. So now it is incumbent upon us, the young people of South Sudan. There's a big difference that I see is widening up between the elders and the young. You know, young people, we need our elders. We need our elders. I can tell you one good example. When I was appointed as governor of Jonglei State, I went to Honorable Paul Nyang's house. And then we were just sitting and he was telling me, you know, the history from our states to South Sudan, the liberation struggle, to all of that. And when I went to him, I thought that I know more about all of that subjects. But in the middle of our conversation, I find out that what I know was little than what he knows. And that I learned something that I didn't know, even from the start of the liberation struggle, because I wasn't there. The places that all of this sacrifice happens. Some of them I heard them in history, but when he was telling you this thing, I can have a visual sense of it. So imagine if we don't work together, we don't have that respect, where would you get that knowledge that you will need tomorrow when our elders are not around? Where would that come from? So we need to remove this barrier we need to put in between us and our elders. Because, you know, a country always have up and down. And a country always carry its history, always carry out its culture. The history of South Sudan is starting from our houses, from our homes, from our villages. This is the same history we are continues on up to today. And then we'll add more tomorrow, next tomorrow, and years to come. It will not end. People goes, but the country remains. The main thing we need to do is that we pass on that knowledge. We pass on that understanding. And there's nobody that will come and tell you to do this. You will do it in Pasui Youth Association. From Pasui Youth Association, you will go to Greater Bor. From Greater Bor, you will go to Jonglei. From Jonglei, you come to Juba. From Juba, you come to National. This is how it works, my brother and sister. You cannot do it alone. We have to do it together. And by doing it together, this is how even what you need for your life, the very job that you want, the very wealth that you want. We have some of us who want to be businessmen and women. We have some of us who want to make a lot of money. We have some of us who want to be great politicians. All of that thing you think in your mind will not happen if we don't work together. And all I want, the aspiration I want in my life, the thing I want for my life, will never happen unless I work with you as my brother and sister and we move our country forward. That is very simple. You should understand that. Now, we see here foreigners are thriving in our country. A foreigner will come and tell you that there is no any other country to do a better business and make a lot of money quickly than South Sudan. You see? And yet here we are just busy doing what? Arguing with each other. We're just drinking tea under the tree, talking about so-and-so. This so-and-so we're talking about, he's sitting under that tree also, he's talking about us also. So the whole day, both of us are not achieving anything. You see? And yet while we're sitting on the tree, we are drinking water that are being brought by foreigners. And yet some of us would say, well, foreigners shouldn't be here in South Sudan. You know, if you look at that, I asked a question of the day, that a businessman from South Sudan who has a lot of money, if he or she try to go to another country, even around East Africa here, cannot even dream about opening a business in those countries. Even if he or she has a lot of money. Because of how we are being disregarded, because of how we're being treated, how we're being looked down on by other people who don't have great things that we do. But because of the differences among ourselves, those differences at tea place, at Domino's place, those things are the one that the world is looking at us based on that. Now we come as far as you find people talking about even their own family among us at a tea place. Now what achievement can we do as a country, as a community, as a youth association? So tomorrow the incoming team, many of us tomorrow will be talking about them, that they're not achieving this, they're not doing this, they're not doing that. But they can achieve that unless we work with them. The budget that they will have to start their office will come as a contribution from us. And then yet now we are isolating ourselves, criticizing them. You see, even if you come tomorrow, you won't be able to achieve anything if that attitude is still there. So we need to know that all of us have a shared contribution for the community, for association, and for the country. Because all of this association and communities are all pillars that will add up together and build the greater South Sudan. That's the ultimate goal for all of this we're doing. And that's what I think we can achieve that as a country. We can achieve that. And to begin with, let's make sure that Jonglei is united. Our unity is far better than our differences. So thank you so much. May God bless your community. May God bless our state. Thank you.